do you expect from this day? 4 or 5 athletes chasing St.Moritz.
I think it will gonna be a nice battle, and we have good chance to make it, because when we fly in a gaggle we are super efficient and everyone wants to push to get there.
The route is very tricky from Lermoos on. We'll have the valley wind, the north wind in Inntal against us. But yeah, it's the same for everybody, and sure, it's cool that Kriegel isn't already in goal. we never had that before. If I get in goal today, I'm super happy. Uit. Ich bleib so lang, glaube ich.
Yeah, and we're here on a famous thermal spot as well. I hope it will deliver.
How long do you think it would take to get to Lermoos?
12:30, 1300, something like this.
Easy, not pushing hike, so have a beautiful day in front.
Okay, so Kriegel and I have gotten up high. Simone and Aaron have traveled down the ridge a little bit. Now Kriegel's going on glide, so I'll get behind him and we'll try to catch up.
Here we are. Is history about to be made? This is day 8 of Red Bull X-Alps, and we are moments away, possibly, from a new Red Bull X-Alps champion. Aaron Duragati is 20 kilometers away, and he's just 10 kilometers away from Kriegel Maurer. It's nail biting, it's so gripping. It's been going on all day, and we are all on tenterhooks waiting for the first arrival of a winner. What we do know, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen this evening. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Aaron Duragati, who's been leading since Lermoos? Kriegel Maurer is just 10 kilometers behind. And then we have Simon Oberauner and Lars Meerstetter together not far behind him as well. What an extraordinary day. What an extraordinary climax to this most epic of adventure races. This route, 1,283 kilometers long, began 8 days ago, not far away here in Kitzbühel, with a run up the Hahnenkamm, which of course was won by Aaron Duragati, one of the strongest athletes on the ground. He said to me once when I asked him, yes, I'm pretty strong uphill. And this is so extraordinary with Aaron and his performance. Only a few years ago, his knees were shot. He was told by doctors he couldn't run again. He hates the flat. He hates running. He climbs, but yet he's so fast going uphill. So at the moment, we've got 24 athletes still on the course line. Yubai, the Chinese athlete, was eliminated this morning, but still 24 out there battling across 5 countries. In last place currently is Céline Lawrence. She's approaching Les Deux Alpes, but last place doesn't really do it justice. She's the last athlete still fighting in this race. We've had many withdrawals, some injuries, some physical injuries, and some athletes are just exhausted, too fatigued to continue. Among them, Nick Donini, who was the most recent withdrawal. But all those athletes out there still fighting. There's another 5 days left in this race, and they're all hoping to reach this spot here, the landing float in Zellemzee. That is what it is all about for these athletes. Here in Zellemzee, it's a little bit difficult to see because the sun is just over there, but the crowd is on the shoreline, and we're all, as I say, on tenterhooks, waiting for the arrival of the first athlete, and just so excited by the prospect it could be a new champion for the first time in 16 years. It was in 2009 that Kriegel Maurer won his first Red Bull X-Alps, and Aaron Duragati has been competing since 2013. And funny enough, I just bumped into his mother earlier. She's here with all the family, and she said he's been wanting to win this since 2013, but she also said not to jinx it, so I won't say too much now. But what I can show you now is we can look back at some of the magic moments over the last 12 hours of these four athletes, Aaron, Kriegel, Simon and Lars, over the last 12 hours, what they've been up to in the mountains.
With Kriegel and Simon and Aaron. First little clouds just popping. We just saw Lars launch about 20 minutes ago, and he was slowly making it work. We got Kriegel right there, Simon and Aaron just in front, both working a thermal.
Yeah, with 4 guys, Gagel, pushing, it will be quite fast, 12:30, 1 o'clock, if everything goes normal. We are in the best part of the day, flying towards Zillertal, which in the evening works amazing, and Pinzgau as well, so we have big chance to make it, yeah.
Aaron's going off the other way. West facing. Aaron is taking the front line out over here, and it looks like Aaron or Simon and
Incredible scenes here in Lermus. Never before has the Red Bull X-Alps had such a close finish. We've got 4 athletes now in a bid for those 3 podium spots. Aaron, Kriegel, Simon and Lars, all in a race to get that podium. Right, Simon.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it was perfect conditions. Just it's a pity we have to land now.
Well, now we have got Lars. Oh. How was that, Lars?
That was a beautiful flight, just beautiful. No wind.
And you working together, you 4?
More or less, like Simon, me and Aaron, we were flying like all the flight together. And Kriegel, he was a bit behind and then he catched up.
It seemed that you also caught up. You started a little bit behind today.
Yes, they did the better thing this morning with a glide, so they were a bit farther in the line.
Simon kriegt auch noch was.
Simon O'Brien now signing the board. Lars Mirstetter now. It's good to see this comradeship between athletes. My colleague Gavin McClurg observed really good atmosphere between all athletes. No competition this morning, just relaxed, friendly, working together. Lars now racing to get back in the air. So athletes now, quick transition, wanting to pack up as soon as possible, sign the turn board, the turn point sign, and get back in the air as quickly as possible. Now, in previous years, those options were 1,000 meters up that away, or athletes used to hike all the way over there in the distance. But in recent years, they've pioneered being able, it was a few years ago that athletes managed to launch just from behind here on these grassy slopes, and they for sure will be hoping to do that again this year. It was Tommy Friedrich, I think in 2021, who just ground handled from the signboard lower down as it was then and all the way up and just got straight back into the air. Eagle over there, Simon and Lars and Aaron as well following behind. It's a 4-way fight. Kriegel competing for the 9th time, Aaron the 7th time, Simon the 5th time, and Lars here, his first ever Red Bull X-Alps. Who is going to make it to Zellamzee first? That is the question on all our minds. Greetings again from the landing float. I've just been told Aaron now has gone for the crossing. He's just 14 kilometers away. Look at the day, it's still working. We are moments away from a new champion in the Red Bull X-Alps history. Now, this is how it works because it is close. Kriegel is about 10 kilometers behind, but in the event of multiple athletes arriving at once, just remember that Lars and Simon are just behind Kriegel. There's a new rule this year up at Schmittenhöhe. And before you ask, yes, we do plan to be live from Schmittenhöhe the moment that Aaron appears. So this year, there is a 200-meter radius where that determines the order by which you can launch from Schmittenhöhe. The idea of that is to prevent basically carnage and people piling in top landing and getting the top landings wrong. And it's a safety thing. So there's a cylinder now. Once he's touched that 200-meter cylinder, then that determines the order by which you launch. Provided that you then go on and launch pretty quickly. You've got a minute gap between athletes. So all things being equal, Aaron Duragati on his 7th Red Bull X-Alps is going to top land within the next few minutes up at Schmittenhöhe. He's going to sign the turn point sign, and then he's going to throw his wing back into the air and launch. And I think we can expect some massive fireworks here in Zell am See, some pretty impressive wingovers and spirals. He is going to be so excited. And I think there are going to be some emotional scenes as well. His family's here, his mum is here, his children, his son is here, and it's just going to be mental. I think this is so exciting. For the first time since 2009, Kriegel Maurer has been dethroned as the champion, but he still had an extraordinary race, let's not forget. So I'm hearing that Gavin is on the call. Gavin is on up at Schmittenherd.
Oh, wow, this is crazy racing, isn't it? Hi, hello, everybody. This is Gavin McClure coming to you live from the Schmittenherd, turn point 17. And we've just spotted Aaron Duragati making his crossing across. He's still off in the distance. We've got some more minutes here, but yeah, there's been a lot of anticipation. I've been so nervous that I'm not even in this race. So we're all just waiting and waiting and waiting. Can he hold on to the lead? Can he make it over? The real story right now is we've got a lot of north wind up here. So all the athletes who are on the south side of the Pinzgau are going to have to push hard into this wind to get across. Can they get enough height before they come across? We'll see. Let's take a look around.
Gavin, it's nail biting, isn't it? I don't know. I've been following on 3D live tracking, and just with my biting my fingernails down. And when he crossed Innsbruck, that was a real one for me, because it's really complicated airspace, as he kind of had to thread a needle there. This really massive kind of airspace you just can't go because of the airport, and there's just this narrow corridor, isn't there, that you've got to get through and keep your altitude quite low. And I saw him make the crossing, and then he picked up, and he was only at about 1,500 meters. I don't know if you watched that, but what's that area like? You've flown there.
Yeah, Tarquin, it's one of the more complicated airspaces literally in the Alps, if not the world. There's a top ceiling, bottom ceiling, there's a CTA. It's really, really tricky through there, and very bold move, I thought, for Aaron, the Italian stallion, to take that line, but it was so much more direct. And then when he made the crossing over to the Zillertal and up into the Pinzgau, I thought, man, he's just got it. He's definitely got this race. But then, go ahead.
Go on.
Well, then Kriegel
and I was going to say the thing that.
Sorry, there's a delay.
The thing about Gavin is one of the interesting details I was just going to pick you up on there, is that this airspace is complicated, and normally athletes, they fly with instruments, they've got all this kind of displays on their screen. Aaron is a guy who, he wouldn't even know how to turn a computer on. Even his supporters say that. He doesn't even know his left from his right sometimes. That is something that his supporter told me on the funicular up to Nissen. He flies on feeling, he flies on intuition, he just flies, he looks around and flies where he feels it's going to work, and looks around, and I think that makes him a really interesting paragliding pilot, really, as well as a kind of all-round athlete.
It really does, and this race, more than any other, has kind of been his Achilles heel. In the outside world, he's done incredibly well, but he's never been better than sixth. And the last race in 23, he flew so fast the last day, and it really looked like he was going to squeak in there, but it's just never quite come together for him here at the Red Bull X-Alps, and it looks like he's finally got it. When he made the crossing over to the Pinzgau and he had that huge lead, I thought, oh man, it's a slam dunk. But it's not. What we know is that Kriegel has an incredible weather team at home, and there was a reason that they went south, and that Simone and Lars went with them. Usually a gaggle is faster, and they're going to come in quicker. But they knew something about the weather, and then Aaron made the crossing over to the south side as well, but he's held that lead, and we're expecting him in here really any minute. Man, this has been exciting racing though, hasn't it? It's just unbelievable.
Oh, it has been amazing. Absolutely incredible race. And we've never had a race as close as this. Is he there? Gavin, you have to explain what's going on.
But everybody just teased me that he was here, and I turned around and he's here, and there's just a guy walking up the slope. So they caught me. They caught me, but he is getting very close.
But
Go ahead.
He is getting close, and you know, for Aaron, I think you know, this is the race that he's wanted to win more than ever. He first took part in 2013. He's competed. This is his 7th time. He's been in the top 10 4 times. Never stood on the podium. He's had to withdraw once in 2017, and then in 2021, the first time we came to Zellemzee, is the only time he didn't make goal. Apart from that time in 2017. And I think what makes it extraordinary is this incredible comeback that he's had, because his knees were absolutely shredded a few years ago, and he was told by some physios that he'd never be able to walk again. I think one physio actually said to him, you know, what do you do? And kind of Aaron explained what he did for a living, which is running up and down mountains, flying from them, skiing down them. And the physio said, well, you're going to have to give all that up, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just goes to show. So, I mean, he's an absolute beast, Aaron. He's trained. He has a gym in his home. And yeah, what an athlete.
He really is an antelope going up mountains. It's just unbelievable. I understand we're going to bring Ferdy into the conversation. Come on over here. My friend.
Hi.
There we go.
So, the finish is close, huh?
The finish is close. You're paying more attention to live tracking than I am right now because I'm talking to the cameras, but what's happening?
Yeah, we don't see him yet, but the other two we found.
Really?
Yes, we don't know where he is. It's so hard to see him, but Kriegel was visible. So,
Is it if they close the gap a little bit?
more here?
Da, warte, ich habe geguckt.
Wow.
Irgendwo da herum.
Okay, so
Da,
Is that Aaron?
da, siehst du es?
Is that Aaron?
Yeah.
yes, so
Yeah.
he will easily made it.
He's got
to
it.
us here.
He's definitely got it. He's
Yeah.
definitely got it. We see Aaron right here. He's tall. He's high. He's definitely got it. He's gonna hit. All he has to do is hit the cylinder.
This
That's
is-
200 meters off, and Aaron Duragati is going to win the Red Bull X-Alps. He's right there, and he's tall. And Ferdy is an excellent PWC pilot. He knows these angles. And I think we see our new winner has dethroned the king, and Aaron has got it. I mean, okay, it's a little early, but I don't see how he can screw this up. Woo!
Really nice.
The Italian stallion has pulled it off. Let's watch him come in. I bet he's going to do some pretty fancy stuff coming in here, huh? He's going to be really excited. He's going to be really excited.
So the others came close, but finally
Close
he.
but no cigar, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, they really made a run at it there at the end, didn't they? I mean, Aaron was 30K ahead at one point,
Yeah.
and they really made a run at it.
But he had the more harder route, and he was alone.
he was alone.
Flying together is always a bit easier.
Yes, exactly.
But this is awesome.
Unbelievable. This is awesome. This is awesome. I mean, I would have been just incredibly happy no matter who won, but this is awesome. This has been the one race he hasn't been able to get. This is his 7th one. You know, he's been close a few times, but it's always been kind of, I've called it his Achilles heel. I think he would say that too, right? It's just one of those things he's never quite, he's had days and he's had a lot of leads and he's been right in there a bunch of times, but he's never made it. Oh, that's
Beautiful,
almost
huh?
it. That's almost into the cylinder. He's almost in the cylinder. So he's definitely got it. He's definitely got it. This is so exciting. Let's watch. Let's watch. Oh, and he's gonna do some radical stuff going down to the raft. We know Aaron. There he is. Oh, he's gonna be so happy. He's gonna be so psyched. He's gonna be so happy. We'll just keep the. Thanks, Ferdy. Appreciate it, bud. Let's go back here and go look at. We can watch him sign the board for the first time. He's got it. He's in. Woo! He's in. He's in. Oh man, he's in. I was worried about this north wind. There's quite a bit of north wind right now, and so you never know if they're going to make this crossing with enough height. But he had plenty of height, made it look easy, and now we get to watch Aaron Duragati come in, top land at the Schmittenhoe, and win the Red Bull X-Alps 2025. First one in 7 editions. Let's look at this audience here. Wow. Okay. Woo! Here we go. Here we go. Oh man. Bring the camera down so it gets closer. All right. This is Aaron Duragati on his sub harness and Nova Wing. Yeah, I flew with him this morning. He and Kriegel and Simone and Lars for about 50K towards the Lermoos turn point, and he was so chill and so calm. He was leading the whole way, pushing, 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 as he does. That's how he rolls. That's how he flies. And he has pulled it off. He has pulled it off. Okay, let's look. Let's get some more wingies. Here we go. Here we go.
Einfach, dass wir auf der Seite bleiben, dass wir genug Platz hat, ja?
Yeah, doing this.
Aaron!
Aaron! Woo! Yeah! Get the flags. Pan to the flags. So we're watching him come in, just doing some nice wingies. Look at this, look at everybody here. Everybody's filming. Everybody's filming him come in. Oh. So there's quite a bit of north wind, and that's why you can see there he's in what's called the compression. So he'll probably land over at the other launch over here, and let's go grab it. Oh, man. So there's a lot of wind coming this way, so he's just going to land into the wind. Yes! Yeah! Aaron! Woo! Woo! Aaron! Campeón! Woo! You did it! You did it! You did it! Yes, Aaron! You did it! Huh?
Es war so ein brutaler Flug. Gut, aber na, jetzt muss ich noch. Danke. Nein, ich will jetzt euch.
Dude!
I fucking won it.
You won it, man! You won it! You won it!
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable! You did it, man! Yes!
And I think with quite a style.
Yes, quite a style! You couldn't have flown more straight, dude!
One word, Aaron.
Should be. X-Alps winner.
The first not
Yes,
sweet.
Aaron. Can you describe how this feels?
Yeah, no, it's
No.
hard to describe.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I'm so excited for you, bud. Ah!
So here we are.
Woo! Yes! Yes! Good job, man. Amazing. Amazing.
This fly was so crazy. Wow. And my glide to here, it was
You
insane.
came so high. We
Yeah,
had
I
all
was-
this north. I thought, oh,
On
I
one
don't
point
know.
I was calling with Johanna and I told if I will base jump, I will also arrive.
That'd be a cool way in.
Hoi Jenny.
Geil, gratuliere.
Danke.
Sau cool.
Go ahead, Elias.
Kann ich dir fertig meine Sachen geben?
Du kannst Sachen geben und die Tracker müssen wir hier reinstopfen.
Ja. War die letzte
Okay.
Thermik.
Geil, ja.
Back.
Die kamen immer näher, immer näher. Hast du beobachtet oder hast gar nichts?
Also von den anderen gar nichts.
Nee, hast bewusst weggelassen.
Ja, habe ich gedacht, ich krieg mein Ding. Am Anfang hat es mir der Freund, der Michele angegriffen hat, gesagt, ja, du bist jetzt allein noch. Ich sage, okay, cool. Dann ist noch einfacher.
Also alles, was du nicht mit runterfliegen willst und nicht musst, darfst du ihm geben.
Ja.
Und alles andere stopfen wir da rein an Elektronik, was nicht nass
Ich
werden
fliege mit dem iPhone.
darf. Ja, zum Filmen, oder?
Ja.
Ich glaube, da geht nichts kaputt. Wo hast du denn das Omni und Co?
In den Rucksack.
Okay, ist eh
So.
in der Schwimmweste, gell?
Also ja. Das schalte ich aus. Okay. Spin. Gut. Na, es geht schon.
How was the airspace?
It was tricky.
Yeah.
And I'm super bad on
I know
airspace.
you are. We've been talking about it for 2 hours.
It was crazy. I was thinking, why I put myself here?
You went the hardest way, but the fastest way.
Yeah, seems.
When you came across the crossing and you were
Yeah,
kind
but
of low,
it was
scary?
Yeah, it was slow. It was soaring a bit, not even soaring at the beginning. So it was. There were three pilots with open harness, bad pilot, and they was climbing actually better than me on one point. I was thinking, fuck. But then eventually I make a move and then I let them behind.
They must have been so excited about flying an X-Alps pilot. I bet you don't feel tired anymore.
Well, no. So I just turn around to take me out the condoms, huh?
Okay. Maybe we should throw back the Darwin. Well, there you go. We've got a new winner of the Red Bull X-Alps 2025. He has dethroned the king, and now we have to decide if he does it again, if Kriegel comes back next time and tries to take back his crown. How does that answer your questions?
Okay. Okay. So
all Aaron has to do now, basically the clock is stopped, and he's won it. And now he has to fly down to the float and down to the Red Bull raft, which is down in Zelmsee, and just beautiful spot. You all saw it in 23, but there's quite a bit of north wind, so he'll go back over where he landed and launch and just bench up maybe 100 meters. That's all he needs, and he can just huck it right over here over to the lake.
This one, yeah.
And then it's all acro all the way to the lake. We've got a heck of an acro pilot
Nice.
here, so
Yeah.
I think all of you
This
who are down
bauchconnection
at the lake
exists.
and on the live are going to see some
Okay,
good action
done.
here. I have also noticed that at this stage of the race, after 8 days of really hard racing, that the acro
So,
can often get a little,
jetzt werden's alle wissen,
little
dass das
wonky
sehen und
because
der Beste
they're more tired than they think. But I think the adrenaline is pumping, and we'll see quite a show.
Ja, ein Wasser hätte ich gern, ja. Ein Red Bull auch, wenn es ist.
Let's go up here. We'll let Aaron take a rest here, and we're gonna go up here and we're gonna mic him up for his flight down.
Dann. Ja, eben. Danke. Was denn?
So what I'm doing
Nimmst
here
du
is
mir
getting a
mit?
microphone
Ja.
for Aaron, so we can get his audio on the way down.
Mega.
And
Dann, yes.
Yep.
So. Eine.
Aaron, you don't have a on your helmet, do you?
No.
Okay.
Do you have, anyway, then I need a GoPro.
I have a GoPro,
Yeah.
but how would you put it?
Yeah, I hold it in the hand.
Okay. All right, we're gonna get a GoPro for Aaron. I know, Josh. I know. I've done it. Okay. Okay, this is a recorder for audio, so it'd make a lot of noise.
Do you think it's good? I might land in the water. I mean, the GoPro record the audio as well.
Okay.
Well, it's really exciting here. I'm now on the safety boat. I had to get off the raft, and we're just moments away from Gavin from Aaron appearing, and we've got a lot of supporters now on the water. We've got Aaron's supporters over there. His whole family are there, so it's really exciting. And also over here, I've got the race's co-founder, and let's try and have a quick word with him. His name is Ulrich Grill, and he's behind the camera. Ulrich, let's go. Excuse me. Ulrich, so I bet you never thought you'd see this day.
Well, it's pretty amazing, right? After like a Kriegel dominating Red Bull X-Alps for such a long time, to be here to see like someone else taking on the lead, it's incredible. And what a race! What a race! I mean, like.
What did you make of that move from Leermoes where he did his own line? It was quite bold, wasn't it?
Well, it paid off, right? When he pulled the night pass last night, I thought like, well, maybe he screwed up, and he took a wrong decision, but like everything he did was spot on, and I'm very happy for him that it really paid off. That we have a new winner here. We're going to see only winners tonight for sure, because what those guys really delivered and showed in the past like 7-8 days is just unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable.
What have you got to do? Because you try to make the route as hard as possible this year. You put in 3 Via Ferratas, all these, it was harder than ever, longer than ever, and yet still they kind of do it in 8 days. It's madness, isn't it?
Well, the athletes get better and better every time. Like we think like, they cannot make it, but actually like the speed and the professionalism, the stamina, the focus, everything so much better than the race before. And obviously, like we can't make it long and longer for it, like every time, but still like making it more of an adventure, making sure it's safe. And we know this is a big topic during the race, athletes' decisions in specific situations. But I'm very happy that until now we had no major accidents, only some minor ones. So I'm a happy man right now.
Yeah, well, there's still 5 days to go, so let's hope everyone continues to be safe on the course line. So I think we're just moments away now from Aaron launching. So seeing as Ulrich is here, I might just explain what happened. So there's a cylinder now on Schmittenherb, but the finish line is here on the float, isn't it? So
yeah,
if Aaron was to sit there and have a little siesta and Kriegel kind of whizzed through and took off, Aaron could still lose, couldn't he? Because the finish line is here on the float.
Well, not really. There's a rule called 9.12, and the rule basically says that because of safety reasons, that whoever enters the cylinder as the first, there's like a launch order then right after. Because as you can see here, we're on the boat, on the safety boat of the guys from rescue, and we just have to make sure one athlete comes down one after the other, and in a safe way, and that's important. So kind of like whoever gets there first wins the race.
But there's normally a 10-minute grace, isn't there? They have to launch off 10, because I think that 10 minutes is now up with Aaron, so he has to launch pretty soon, right?
Absolutely. I think we will expect him any minute, basically.
Yeah. No, it's pretty exciting. I'm going to turn the camera around and just soak up the views here. All the loads of supporters and fans on pedalos and stand-up paddle boards. And you probably can't see, but the shoreline is just absolutely rammed at the moment with fans and supporters. And I think everyone's just so happy for Aaron. There will also be some thoughts for Kriegel Maurer. What is he thinking at the moment? What is this experience going to be like for him? He has acknowledged in the past that he knew the day might come, but nonetheless, I suspect he might be disappointed. He will be wrestling with some emotions today for sure. But what a performance from him and all the others, Lars Meerstetter. And there's still a fight. We have 4 athletes going for positions 1, 2 and 3. So there's still a tight fight between Lars Meerstetter and Simon Oberauner. So we're going to go to Gavin in a minute as soon as Aaron looks like he's about to launch. And Aaron is getting ready. He's
He's done his necessaries and gotten on his stuff, put everything in a dry bag. Not that he'll need it, because I'm sure he's going to nail the raft. And we've given him a GoPro to capture some footage. I hope you scream all the way down. That's what I would do, Aaron, if I was in your shoes. You gonna take off right where you landed over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have enough of this side takeoff.
You've done enough of that?
Yep.
Also windseitig auf dem Floß.
Okay.
5 km/h, Nordnord.
Just heard that Lars is about 5K out, maybe even less, because everybody's looking out this way. So Lars is coming in. Sounds like he'll be second, and the mentee beats the mentor. That's not official. That's just what I'm hearing through my earpiece here. But
Okay. So, done. Can you give me the tape?
you need me to do anything?
No. Can you? I want to see how the glide comes.
Lars Simon Kriegel? Okay, those of you watching live, this is going to be a real fast transition. We're going to watch Aaron launch, and then Simone and Lars are right here. Or Lars and Simone actually are right here.
Das ist Sacken von Kriegen. Okay, ciao.
Okay, we've got, this is going to be tight. This is Lars there. Maybe we stay on Lars. Here comes Lars Meerstetter, the rookie, second in the Red Bull X-Alps, followed just a few, maybe 100 meters by, oh, come over here. Whoa! Look at, they're coming in literally together. Wow! Holy photo finish! Goodness! Wow! You guys, what in the world? How could you be that close to one another? That was insane. After all that racing, you're like feet. What in the world? That was crazy. Ah! Bravo! Nice, you guys.
So good.
How does it feel? Second! Woo! Simone! Congratulations, man! That was amazing! Amazing!
Oh, thank you.
How does it feel?
Amazing.
I don't have pizza for you tonight. You probably don't need it.
So good.
Wow. What a day. You guys flew 250 today. What a day.
180 the second flight.
Wow. Incredible. Incredible. Did you go the south side? For you, that was the plan from the, or you were in the air and you made that plan?
I made that plan in the air.
In the air? Just because the clouds, better clouds over there, or the airspace?
I was afraid that with the valley wind and the airspace, but Aaron, he made it.
Yeah. We're gonna go catch Aaron's launch. We'll be right back. Let's go. Whoa, it's ripping up here. The wind is strong. He's already gone. Sorry, y'all. We missed him just by, but we got Kriegel coming in here. Here comes Kriegel the Eagle in 4th place. Here comes Kriegel. Woo!
Ist schön, ja, ist schön, ist schön. Ist wirklich schön. Wow.
No, it's no Nordwind.
Hi, Kriegel.
Hey, Gavin.
How was it?
Nice flying with you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Man, that was tight. Holy cow. Boom, boom, boom. Good flying today? Amazing, huh?
Starts well in the morning and then at the night it was really good.
High and fast.
Yeah.
But did you decide to go that way from Lermoos, or
Yeah.
you made it in the air?
After Lermos, yeah.
You,
We go to the turn point, Zugspitze, and then we went back.
but the plan from before you launched was to come to this
Not
south side,
sure.
or you
No,
weren't
no.
sure? Okay,
There.
in the air.
Yeah, I checked the forecast again, and I thought in the mountains better thermals,
Yeah.
and also easier with air spaces, and yeah, that's why I choose the south route. I thought it was nice. But yeah, Aaron was a bit fast.
Yeah, the more direct line, but you guys were really hunting fast. When he came across into the Pinzgau, he got slow and low there, and I thought you were going to overpass him.
At least a nice try.
Yeah, it was a great try. All right, let's go get Lars and Simone. Never in the history of the race, and probably never again will it be that tight and that close. That was just insane. 3 of them arrived within less than a minute.
Thomas fertig machen. Jawohl, Simon, das ist schon echt geil. Was für ein Rennen, hey. Bist du deppert. Wir haben ja überhaupt keine Chance, mit dem Auto daherzufahren von der.
Simone, what's the first thing you do after you hit the raft and you get into town?
I hug all of my team
Yes.
and just happy. I'm just, you know, this is now there is this flow and this
It
unbelievable
feels so
happiness,
good.
and I just want to
Live it.
enjoy it. And
Yes. and eat a lot.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That was amazing. What a race. What a race. You came in feet behind Lars. That was incredible. Crazy. 1300K straight line. So you 2,000 real flying and you guys come in within seconds. It's just ridiculous.
There was one moment when we all realized now we need to take the speed out, not full speed anymore. Easy. Stay high. And then, of course, I had maybe the advantage that I know the further you in, the longer and the better the thermals are. And
The deeper.
The deeper in the terrain. And then my supporters told me, Aaron arrived with 2,600 meters. And I was like, fuck. Okay, but I need this thermal. And then I flew out and was like 150 meters higher than that. But he realized it's now or never.
We gotta
he
go.
took off.
We
And
gotta
then
go.
we were like, okay, more speed. Less speed, more speed. And it was just on point. Yeah.
I
just
mean,
on point.
Laramouche to here was 180. That's a big day just in that.
Yeah.
You did 80 before then.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
guess
really-
this is your playground. This is it must feel good to bring it home.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And I just can imagine how happy Aaron is.
Oh, he's pretty happy. He's pretty happy.
Yes.
He's having a very nice time.
He already flew down,
He
right?
got it. He just left just as you guys were landing.
Okay.
He was taking off. This
Oh,
is how
really?
tight it was. Yeah. It's just boom, boom, boom.
Nice. I just have
Okay,
to...
we're gonna go back to Tarquin, and who's down at the raft, who Aaron must be landing right now. We'll see you in a minute.
Thanks, Gavin. Thanks, Gavin. Amazing scenes here in Zellemzee, where the Red Bull X-Alps is about to receive its first new champion since 2009. Aaron Duragati now is coming into land. He's just doing some wing overs. We can expect some display from this former acro pilot, Aaron Duragati. It has taken him 7 times to stand on the podium. First time he competed was in 2013, and he's been in the top 10 4 times, but never stood on the podium. And this race has just gone so well for him. Just doing some spins and spirals as he comes down now, putting on a real display. Aaron Duragati loving every minute. Just moments now before he lands on the float that is over there, waiting for its first champion, new champion in 16 years. We've got some spins, some helis. Amazing, he's putting on this acro performance even after 8 days of going around the Alps on a course line of 1,283 kilometers. Aaron is coming in. He is coming in fast. Aaron Duragati, a 38-year-old from the Dolomites, now living in Austria in the Stubai Valley. He is just going to be ecstatic. And there will be some wild scenes when he finally makes the float. Do you think he's going to make it? I think he will. Or is he going to get wet? Aaron Duragatti. He's always been a contender throughout the 12 years that he's been competing in Red Bull X-Alps. Remember, he is a two-time World Cup paragliding champion. A few more helis as he comes in. He's just absolutely lapping every moment here. Here he comes now. Now he's eyeing up the float. He's got to get his timing right, his approach right. Crowd now roaring in anticipation as Aaron Duragatti comes in to land on the float.
You should see a doctor, without a doubt. This is absolutely
Red Bull X-Alps has a new winner. And it is a 38-year-old Aaron Duragatti coming into land now here in Zellemzee on his 7th Red Bull X-Alps.
And it doesn't matter at all if he goes into the water or not. We have a new crowned champion here in Zellemzee. All together.
Here he is, Aaron Duragatti now, the final approach. His legs are out of his pod harness. Final adjustment of his approach on the brakes. Here he comes. Oh, he lands it perfectly. Aaron Duragatti is the new champion of Red Bull X-Alps. What an astonishing achievement. This is history in the making. And look at the scenes with his supporters and family.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, the new crown champion of Red Bull X-Alps 2025. Aaron! Yay!
Aaron, come on. You've been trying for 12 years. What took you so long? Congratulations.
Yeah, not many words to say. Crazy. Such a good day, such a strong race. Oh, more.
Please celebrate one.
¡Vamos! ¡Sí!
Aaron and his son, they're celebrating. It's his girlfriend Johanna now. Emotional scenes. Aaron, that was some bold move you did through the Innsbruck airspace. Did you always plan that move?
No. I mean, yeah, well, was the route for me, the obvious route, the straight route. But I'm really bad on airspace. I was like, fuck! Sí!
Guys, get behind Aaron. Do a really good celebration for me, please. Do a really good one. I need Aaron to look here. Yeah, Aaron, can you remove the glasses?
There they are, the full team.
So we see your face. And now party hard! Thank you.
So Aaron, how does it feel? we'll let Aaron just enjoy the time with his supporters, and he'll be giving interviews soon enough. We also got a new second and third placed athlete, and it is going to be Lars Meerstetter. Oh look, here comes the bubbly. We better stand back. No. Now, iPhones are waterproof, right? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, this is going to be mad. Hey!
Nur Fliegen wird wahrscheinlich schöner sein, aber auch das weiß er, wie es funktioniert. Ja, ich würde sagen, Kräfte sammeln, denn in wenigen Augenblicken ist er dann bei uns. Und dann werden wir ihm natürlich auch einen...
Great scenes here on the landing float. Red Bull X-Alps has never not had a Swiss champion. Kasper Henny 2003, then Alex Hofer 2005 and 2007, and then it was Kriegel Maurer in 2009. The new champion is Aaron Duragati, and he will be now wearing the yellow jersey if he returns in 2 years' time. And remember, next up we're expecting Lars Meerstetter and Simon Oberauner to launch very soon as well into second and third place. So. Great scenes here. Now where's... Aaron's just saying he's uno, numero uno. There goes Team Italy. Sailing off into the sunset. Almost lost for words. I mean, Aaron just said he didn't have much to say, and quite emotional scenes. Really just said he had nothing, he just didn't know the words what to say, but don't worry, because we are going to follow up with Aaron and we'll have interviews. I mean, we're going to talk to him, but you know, sometimes, you know, it must be incredibly, what I've been told I've got to get off the float. So we've, I have to get off the float because there's another athlete coming down, and that will be Lars Meerstetter, the rookie, coming into second place. And, you know, when I spoke to Kriegel's former supporter a while ago before the race, Thomas Turila, someone who was in many respects the co-architect of Kriegel's early victories, his prediction was that it would be a rookie who beats Kriegel when that day happens. And if there's going to be any rookie, it's probably Lars Meerstetter, 30-year-old from Switzerland near Meiringen. And he's had a phenomenal race, absolutely phenomenal. And if you get the chance, have a look at the video that we posted this morning. He was leading the field for much of yesterday, and he's about to come here in second place. So we can see all the guys here now dived in the water.
Da spielen auch die Smartphones keine Rolle mehr. Da wird alles versenkt, was schwimmen kann, beziehungsweise nicht schwimmen kann. Und die Wasserrettung ist auf den letzten Metern mit dabei. Zelensee, are you ready? Let's welcome the winner of Red Bull X-Alps 2025.
You are watching Aaron Duragati get a hero's welcome in Zelensee. And now the smile from ear to ear he must just be exhausted. For 8 days he's been hiking and flying. Yesterday most of the athletes covered 75 kilometers on foot. Aaron also pulled a night pass last night, hiking into the early hours, so it's just astonishing. He'd just be exhausted emotionally as well. But what a phenomenal athlete. I tried to keep up with him on the Hahnenkamm and well, obviously that was impossible, but he's just such a strong athlete on the ground, so fit. Even the other athletes just acknowledge that he is one of the fastest when it comes to going uphill. Here he comes, he steps ashore. Aaron Duragati, the new champion of Red Bull X-Alps. The time now is 10 past 8. Athletes have only got another 50 minutes to use the flyable time to come down, so we're pretty sure that Lars and Simon are going to launch quite soon.
Mit der Musik weitermachen. Schauen wir gleich, dass wir die ersten Worte von Aaron Duragati einfangen, beziehungsweise...
Genau richtig. Das ist gut. Ja, ja. Okay, ich habe sonst schon nichts mehr gegessen.
Die Zunge sind keine Schnitzel mehr.
That was good.
Durch am Weg gewesen.
Eine Stunde noch hochlaufen. Hast du mitgekriegt, wie mein Name ist? Ja, auch. Ja, scheiße.
Durchdacht, die Küche, die haben alle kalt gekocht und wir haben Käse
Josh, can you hear me?
Jetzt ein bisschen so.
Werbung, nein, Sache.
Ich kann Marketing, aber ich mache the three of you in the air, was it real battle, or were you helping each other?
Crowd excitement, it's just unbelievable. Here in Zell am See, Kaprun, what a place, you know, landing here on the float, on the lake, and all of those people. Great welcome for Aaron. You know? Well deserved.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think he's just going to clean some of that champagne off him. But great scenes here in Zell am See.
Christian Kriegelmaurer und weitere Worte von Aaron Duragati.
Spare a thought for Kriegel Maurer. This will be a very difficult time for him to come through and not even podium, having been in that top gaggle, having been a podium contender, been up there front. It will be really interesting in the coming days and weeks ahead to learn exactly what happened with his race. But Red Bull X-Alps. So we're now going to go to Gavin, who's going to be launched with Lars Mischstetter and Simon O'Brien. Gavin, if you can hear me, take it over.
Nice, quite a nice moment here up on top. The owner of the Schmidt & Ho just came out and served something that looks really tasty. Just before these guys are going to launch, a little more energy before they fly down. What is it? Oh, it looks really good.
Special one for us.
Yeah, that looks really nice. Simone was just saying that they had a nice, gentle, everybody working together flight down to the Lermoos, and then when they relaunched from there, it was full racing, full bar. You had some big hits?
What? Und der ist aufgeschnallt. Also ich dachte, jetzt ist er hin. Jetzt habe ich gedacht, jetzt muss er reißen explodieren. Ja genau, er explodiert. Na?
How tall did...
Von der Hölle. Ja, voll so leicht ist.
How tall did you get today? What was the base?
4000.
Wollen wir Schirmtauschen zum Runterfliegen? Die Leute komplett verarschen. Okay. Ich habe ein Ferienproblem. Ich habe gesehen, dass er da ist. Hab nichts gehört.
Was kann euch jetzt noch passieren?
Aber
Did it have a rear? Did you have a tear?
Sorry?
Did you have a tear?
What is a tear?
Did something break?
Yeah, while preparing for the flight down, I somehow ripped it out. Like the pocket is not that strong.
Right.
They should like increase that a bit.
Yeah.
And then where is the second one? There should be another green.
Did you have any damage to your gear during the race?
No, not. One line broke.
One line.
One line, but that's
Nothing too bad. That's pretty good for X-Alps.
not too bad. Yeah.
Do you have a complete second wing for when you do the race in case you have to
Yes.
swap it out with stickers and everything?
No,
Okay.
just
Another wing.
another wing.
Yeah.
Same. But the same.
Lars, what were your expectations coming into this one? I know you've done. Have you worked with Thomas Terlo as well?
No, I
As a
haven't.
kind of, he always talks about having, you don't want to have like a results goals, you want to have performance goals. Did you have any kind of thing in mind coming into this?
Oh, not really. I had like adventure goals, like having a good time with my team, spending some nice flights and just enjoying the moment. And I had no pressure at all because it was my first time. So I knew that I can fly quite good, but I didn't expect this to be that far in front.
It's way too early to think about this, but I remember the first time I did it, halfway through I was already thinking about the next one. Do you think about the next one already?
Oh,
not doing it, but would you be excited to do it if you just had to decide right now?
Yeah, I would say yes right now, but it's still a long way, and now I want.
But you'd be surprised how fast.
So now it's finally it's good again.
Do you think if getting second in this one, would there be more pressure the next time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Also more expectation from my side.
Sure, of course.
And now after I know that I can like compete with the best. All right, so now it's finally fixed.
You think you'll take off soon?
Yeah, I will take off soon and go to the float.
And party.
No, sorry. No muscle car here.
Lars, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Proud of you, bud. That's awesome. So, these guys are getting ready. They got their PFDs on and put all their stuff in their waterproof bags. And they're gonna fly down and put a cap on this most amazing race, on the most amazing day of racing, I think for sure in the history of the Red Bull X-Alps. That was unbelievable. All three of those athletes, Simone and Lars and Kriegel, came in literally within seconds of one another. After 1,300K of racing, and that's in a straight line, so the actual distance they covered was of course way more. And that's just kind of absurd that they could be so tight after so much distance covered across the Alps. Really amazing. All right, well, let's watch these guys launch. Okay, let's go watch these guys launch. We'll go get in the sun. I love Lars' smile. He's got the biggest smile. So happy, as of course he would be.
We imagine that it can be possible today, but then it's everything went so I have to settle it down. I'm going to the flow now, then drinking some beer, and then I will may have some more words.
And some more beers.
And some more. There is a bar, it's called the Green Dragon here.
And there. This must feel like an extension of your hand now. Yeah, Lars. Woo! See, bud? Lars Meerstetter, second in Red Bull X-Alps, is a rookie. More history being made. Unreal. Oh, so happy. He competed in a race I run called the X Red Rocks just a couple years ago. He did very well there, and kind of knew that there was something in that kid. And look at him now. Biggest show on earth. The hardest and the toughest adventure race on earth. Second place. All right, let's go grab Simone and Kriegel. Take a look at those beautiful mountains. Okay, guys, back. Did Kriegel launch already?
No, he's over there.
Ah, okay.
Gut, dass es ein Safety Direct
Ich bin so schlecht. Genau. Immerhin muss ich jetzt nicht jedes Mal den Flughafen anrufen.
Das war, gell? Stimmt. Ja, ja.
Echt, oder? Ich habe für jeden anrufen. Aber die hat mich auch der Helipilot gerettet und gesagt, kann er schon machen.
Doch nichts mehr.
Ja. Ich kann mir Zeit nicht mehr geben.
Das ist alles gut. Wie spät ist es?
So Simone's just giving a little bit of space to Lars, who's just flying down to the raft right now. But he's ready to go. Kriegel's pretty much ready to go, so we'll just take our time here and watch these guys fly down. Let's go look at that board again. You can see the line that they flew today out into the big terrain, and took that south line all the way down to basically there, just behind the sign. And then all of them made the crossing and made it look really easy. I was worried about the north wind for these guys because it's blowing pretty good up here, and especially was when they arrived, but they had plenty of height. They all said it was super easy and no problem. So doesn't sound like anybody else is going to make it tonight here. Damien Lacaze is still about 115K out last we checked. So this will be the action for tonight, day 8 of the Red Bull X-Alps, and 4 in. And a whole bunch more trying. Looks like Simon's getting ready here. We'll okay, we're gonna go back down to Tarquin to get Lars' landing. And Tarquin, handing it over to you, bud.
Gavin, thanks. Emotional scenes, I guess, up there on Schmittenhöhe. Must be amazing to see that. Well, Lars Meerstetter has launched. He's on his way down. We'll be a few minutes before we can get a good view of him. What an incredible athlete. For much of yesterday, he was leading the field. It almost looked like he could take the win, he could have it, but second place is an amazing result. He will be super happy with that. He never expected podium. He was telling us yesterday, hoping maybe a top 10, and he had an interesting race strategy, which is very much just to follow his own line. That's his way. That's what he's done. And you know, we saw it this morning. We saw it yesterday, rather, when he hiked up after St. Moritz, and he hoped to be able to launch, and it was a mistake, and the others caught up. He ended up sitting out the bad weather. So sometimes these moves work, sometimes they don't. If you have a look, we did a little a sequence on him this morning on my field report, in which we go into a little bit of detail about his team and about his race. And my colleague Joanna de Grigoli, she actually had a look at his track from the whole race and picked out a couple of things that were, I think, noteworthy and interesting. One, from Sexton to Tobling-Notten, he took his own line, he followed his own path and managed to overtake quite a few teams and ended up in 5th place at the Via Ferrata there. And also on the way to St. Moritz on the first time, he climbed higher than everyone else to get an advantage. So incredible athlete, incredible pilot as well. He's still quite high up there. I'm just going to try and zoom in a little bit on Lars. Still a few minutes before he arrives. He's got a very tight support crew, Lars. It's actually one of his supporters is a former ice climbing world champion. Small random fact, Yannick Glattard. Also there's Milk, his other supporter, and also his dad is in the team. Is helping with the cooking, and because Lars has a prodigious appetite. He loves kebabs. His dad was saying he is the Durham kebab king in his area. And you can see why. I mean, these guys are burning 7,000 calories a day in this race. He's also got a sweet spot for chips, crisps, and yeah. But generally, he's just been eating his body weight in food every day to make it through this race. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer view on him. He's starting now the wingovers, starting to think about his descent, coming in to the landing float at Zal Amze. There he is.
Bei den Tifosi gibt's mittlerweile die großen Biere. Und so soll es auch sein, während jetzt Lars Meerstetter am Weg ist.
So among the night passes tonight, Damien Lacaze has pulled a night pass. So history could repeat itself, which would be very, very interesting. He's about 100 kilometers away, and if he decides to do it in a oneer and arrive in the night, he could swim to the landing float again like he did in 2023. I actually did that hike with him up to Schmittenhöhe in the early hours. We got there at about 1 or 2 in the morning, and then he continued the hike all the way down to the landing float. And then, as the rules state, it's either by flying or swimming.
Wahnsinn, im Vorfeld hat man sich gefragt, ist diese Strecke überhaupt in 12 Tagen bewältigbar? Kriegemauer hat bei der Pressekonferenz gesagt, zu 70%.
So Lars Meerstetter taking his time, just enjoying his time, this final glide. It really will be a moment to savour for the rest of his life, I'm sure. You always remember your first victories, in second place in the Red Bull X-Alps in his first ever outing. What a result for him. He is, of course, no stranger to the podium. He's a Swiss hike and fly champion. And he also did an interesting project last year with Nicola Heiniger, where they climbed all 48 of Switzerland's 4,000 meter mountains. Here we go, Lars Meerstetter now. Just probably 30 seconds now from coming into land.
With the final wing overs is Lars Meerstetter on the way to Lake 10.
We're final with Lars Meerstetter now, his final wing overs. He's close, about 100 meters above the sea. They must be probably among the most enjoyable wingovers ever. Wingovers are fun at the best of times, but when you know you're coming onto the landing float in second place after nearly 1,300 kilometers of hiking and flowing all around the Alps. Here he comes. Lars Meerstetter now moments away from the landing float. Here he is now, Lars Meerstetter, approaching the landing float. Is he gonna land it as well as Aaron Duragati? Coming in now for his final approach. Here he comes, the legs are coming out. There it is, coming in low. Oh, skims across the water. And he's done it. Oh no, and he's in the water. But a brilliant effort. He looks pretty happy there. You can see the smile on his face. Look at him, and the cheers from Swiss Team 4. Here come the teammates. That's his dad. Lars, what is this moment?
Guys, I need you celebrating. Like,
what does it feel like for you?
Behind him.
Special, beautiful, perfect.
Congratulations.
Best team, best competition for us. Amazing. Now we will go and celebrate somewhere.
Oh yeah! We will! Yeah!
That's his dad. His dad is just joining the carnage there. He can't believe it. He just can't believe it. So, look at the smile on that man's face. The smile of elation and exhaustion as well. Emotional moment now for Lars as he wipes away a tear and has a hug with his dad, who must be so proud. What is this moment like for you, Dad?
I'm very, very proud. I'm happy.
What was your secret, Lars? Was it? Was it? What was the moment where you knew that this was going to be a good result for you?
When I was the first starting the glide from the other side to Schmitten, but otherwise, also before, it was a good result, of course.
Has it been a very tough fight today with Simon and Kriegel and Aaron as well?
A very fast race. Kriegel was first very, very pushing, but when conditions got weaker, we could catch up.
Was there anything you learnt from Kriegel that you used in your race campaign?
Just take it easy. Don't worry about anything, and just do your...
Enjoy. Anyway, we'll leave you to it. Congratulations, Lars Meerstetter. How do you feel, Yannick, having supported the role of the supporter? Do you share the joy?
We totally shared the joy. We were a great team, and everyone was so necessary for everything, and we just worked together perfectly, and I would never believe this.
What about you? Did you ever believe this would happen?
No. It was such a up and down the whole race, and especially the last 2 hours. And yeah, it's unbelievable right now.
What would you say was the winning move? Was there a single move?
No, there wasn't. It was at least it was a second, which was decided.
Guys, celebrate hard. I need the flag in the air.
Here we are. Well, wonderful scenes here on the finishing float. It's witnessed a few scenes, this float, that's been all the way to Monaco and now here in Zelensee. But I think this is one of the most magical moments that I've witnessed. A new winner, a rookie in second place, and next to come is Simon Oberauner, who I can see, he's actually just there, looks like he's just launched. So we've got a few minutes until he, but look, the bubbly stuff has come out. No victory is complete until you've caught the champagne. So Gavin, are you there?
Yeah,
Can you tell me what's going on with you? Here we go. Lars is
taking off.
Oh no, stay with me.
Just taking
Here we
off.
go. Watch out.
The eagle back in the air.
The scenes of absolute carnage here on the landing float.
Flying to the sunset.
A bit of a... So Gavin, you were saying?
Kriegel has just taken off, and he's doing some nice wingovers here for us. In the sunset, flying right in front of the sun. It is beautiful. And he's still all smiles. I'm sure he's a little disappointed, but just can't win them all. It's inevitable at some point, right? But heck of a race, heck of a battle.
No champion is ready for their first loss.
Moves.
You always think it's just going to last forever.
Yeah,
so that's a question sure we can ask him, and I'm sure.
Amazing race, another amazing Red Bull X-Alps, and kind of blown away. Even for us, just covering this thing, it was a rally. And Tarquin, if you can hear me, as everything is shut down up here, but if you can hear me, we'll throw it back to you. I'm sure we got some great landings going on down there.
Thanks, Ulrich. Sorry. So just giving the lens a little bit of a clean. I was looking for my my lens cleaner, but in the end I had to settle with the t-shirt of the race's co-founder. Hopefully the microphone still works. It got a pretty big, oh, I've been told to get down from that. It's got a pretty big dousing of champagne. And next time that happens, I'm going to close my eyes as well, because I've got quite a dosing as well. So exciting scenes here. We're next, I think we've got Simon Oberauner, and Kriegel has just launched as well. Looking forward to seeing him arrive. Will be an emotional moment for him.
Sebastian, ihr habt es gesehen, aber ihr habt keine Zeit gehabt.
Beautiful scenes here at Zellemzee. What a place to be. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And I'm going to just give you a little pan. We're going to look south over to the mountains from which they've come. And when you think of like the weather, if this had been yesterday, it would have been totally different. You know, thunderstorms and rain, and we just had one amazing flyable day. And they must have covered close to 200 kilometers today. They hiked about 30 kilometers yesterday afternoon. So they had still 100 to go to Lermoos, which it's been a turn point now for 10 years. Lermoos, first time that it's gone now in the opposite direction. And then they had to tag the German cylinder of the Zugspitze, Germany's highest mountain. And yeah, it's just great to be here. Wild, wild scenes. And they are going to continue because we've got Simon Oberauner coming soon. This is the second time that he's stood on the podium. He came third in 2021, and this is his just second time on the podium. But he's one of those athletes who everyone rates, who just thinks he's just brilliant. We talked to Tom de Dorladow, former athlete, been competing since 2007. He thinks Simon is one of the best, so he'll be delighted for his friend. And particularly, he was saying a couple of days ago that he should get an award for possibly the best move of the entire race, which was this incredible move across the Matterhorn and Zermatt at 4,000 meters. So we're just going to show now this FPV clip of Aaron's finish. It's going to be coming up shortly, so look out for that when we get that on. And now we can see Simon Oberauner approaching us. I can see another wing in the distance, and that looks like it's Kriegel Maurer just by the Schmittenhöhe. But Simon Oberauner, probably a couple of minutes now. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong place. Simon now is a few hundred meters above the lake. It's going to be a couple of minutes now before he comes in. What a flight that Aaron had down. Watching from below, it was just super spectacular. He's an acro pilot doing all these moves, coming in, and it was wild what it must be like to actually do that in the air. He was clearly absolutely loving every moment, savoring every moment of his final descent to the landing float here in Zellemzee, and pulled off one of the best landings I've ever seen on this landing float. And we are now looking at Simon Oberauner coming in. But that was an amazing clip of Aaron we saw a moment ago. Incredible athlete. What a performance. But this is Simon Oberauner. Third athlete coming here to the finish of Red Bull X-Alps 2025. Who would have imagined that this race would take these lead athletes just 8 days? Before the race, Kriegel reckoned it was going to take 12 days. He's told his team to prepare for a long campaign. Although it was only marginally longer in distance, the via ferratas, the landings, they all make it much slower, forcing athletes on the ground, forcing them to hike back into the mountains. Ah, here we are. The wingovers come. Simon Oberauner. Yeah, this is flying school in Steiermark. So if you want to ever learn to paraglide, he's probably your man to learn from. Which he runs with his fellow Austrian athlete, Tommy Friedrich. And the school was set up by Tommy's late father. It's actually how Tommy got into Red Bull X-Alps. But here's Simon Oberauner now. Big cheers from the key now as Simon Oberauner comes in on his Skywalk X-Alps wing. Skywalk will be thrilled that he's on the podium, one of their star athletes. Big cheers that I can hear from the shore. Simon just looking over his shoulder. He's eyeing it up. Coming in now for his final approach. Steady. Hold. Here he comes. Almost nil wind now. Here he is. Has he got it? Is he lining it up? Maybe one more turn he's going to do. Oh, is it looking left over his shoulder? Here he is. He's going to fly right over our heads. Simon Oberauner, an absolutely brilliant end to a brilliant campaign. What an athlete, and always the happiest man out there, always smiling, laughing in adversity. Now the smiles are just through the success. Is a magical achievement. What an achievement now for Simon. He looks so exhausted. You can tell he's absolutely knackered. But the smile there's real. He takes the Austrian flag, his flag, with his name on it. Right, here comes the champagne. I think we'll hide from this one. So we won't join him on the float because Kriegel is not far away. Simon, in a word, how does it feel?
Nope, comes to. Yeah.
He's just going to enjoy that moment with his team. He's got to get off the float quickly because we have another athlete coming in who is the former champion. The former champion, Christian Kriegel, the Eagle Mara. Here he is, Kriegel Maurer, coming into land on the landing float. In 4th place, he waves to the crowd. He waves to the crowd. Oh, he's going to do some fun stuff. Here he goes. Kriegel Maurer. Here he is, final wave onto the landing float. The legs come out. Kriegel Maurer, the 8-time champion, manages to just stop himself in time. We're going to try and have a quick word with him, and then I think that will be all from us. But we'd really be wonderful if we could just get a couple of words. Someone's about to go in the drink. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, it's one of the supporters, I think. But here's Kriegel, the 8-time champion. There is Kriegel. There's Kriegel, still managing to smile. Still managing to smile. Well, I'm just looking at the athlete here who went in the drink. It's not Gavin, that's one thing. Gavin, he's good at landing in trees, but Kriegel, look at that, that's amazing to see. He's still smiling. Can we, I'm going to ask the boat driver if we can get on to have a quick word with Kriegel. So we just have to wait a second to pull this one out of the water. And then as soon as we can, we're going to try and have a quick word with Kriegel. He's now got the waving the flag. Come on, let's just getting this. Okay. So there is Kriegel. Right, we've got this one. He's now on our safety boat. So hopefully we can try now. Kriegel Maurer, what will he be feeling at this moment? We're going to try and get up there and have a word with him. Yeah. The 8-time champion for the first time since 2009. He's never not won this race. Never not won this race.
We come to the same side as always and you can jump on immediately,
Okay, so as soon as we approach, I'll jump on. He's getting a hug from his team.
Dort haben wir da halt eine Leine ein wenig verwirrt.
Ja, es überschlagen sich die Eilbitte. Wäre es genau der nächste Satz, den wir hier auf der Promenade begrüßen. Machen wir weiter mit Michael Jackson. Und Simon Obermauer zu Kriegel Maurer und Michael Jackson. Ich finde, der Bogen ist nicht so weit entfernt.
So Kriegel's going to get the champagne as well. It's still a celebration, making goal.
Let them celebrate first, please.
Kriegel, quick word. You must have known this day might come. Was it a good fight, this race?
Yeah, it was a really nice final. We flew all day together, and then in the end it was really weak, and Aaron took the better line. It was really unsure, but he made it alone and we was three together. was really nice to watch.
To be defeated can't be easy, but does it make it easier for you to be defeated by such athletes as Aaron, Lars and Simon?
I mean, Aaron is the best pilot in this, but yeah, this year was not my choice to make the final great, but at least together it was nice.
And will you come back in 2027?
I will come back, sure.
Thank you.
Zuerst ein Gruppenfoto, dann Spray bitte. Ja? Ja, bitte. Zuerst feiern.
So I think we're going to have the champagne moment, and then that's where we're going to close this. So we'll stay for just for a few more seconds as Kriegel still manages to celebrate an incredible performance. He's arrived in 4th place, but what an achievement for this 8-time champion athlete. What a run of victories, almost unequaled in any other sport. A 16-year reign. And
ready?
so we're going to close this now. As soon as that champagne cooks, let's watch. Here we go. Thank you everyone for watching. This is Red Bull X-Alps 2025. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Got him on bump.